Alrighty, well, welcome to a little small tutorial today. Going to be a very basic look at Burpsuite. We're just going to do a quick little proxy setup. We're going to intercept some traffic and we're going to modify that traffic in Burpsuite to alter the output of a web page. So the web page that we're going to be doing this exploit on is called Hack Me First. Basically, this is a website that you are allowed to run a tool like Burpsuite against. Any other website is off limits and is illegal because Burpsuite is an effective web hacking tool. If you use this against a system without permission, you will get in trouble without a doubt. So be careful using this. Have it set up properly in a lab environment or on one of your virtual machines. I'm using this here on a Kali virtual machine that is set up ready to go. Now let's just jump in and show you how this works. So the first thing that we need to do is we want to jump over into Firefox. We're going to go and open up this website. Now I have already done this exercise, so some of this will be preloaded. So we want to go to the website, Hack Yourself First. Oh, whoopsie. Because I was practicing earlier, I already have the proxy set up. So it's important to make sure, I'll show you this step in a second, but you have to get rid of this or else it's not going to work, okay? We'll come back to that in a sec. All right. So Hack Yourself First. So this is the website that you're allowed to play around with, okay? Basically what you need to do is you need to create a fake account. So we're going to go in here and we're going to register our fake account. All right, just make up some kind of email. Willy Wonka at gmail.com. It's very important, do not put any real information into this website because it is a deliberately vulnerable website, so don't go putting any real information. You can use your first name if you like, but that's about as much as I would do. And then just make up some kind of password. What can we say? Let's see. Yahoo. Just make up some generic stuff. Doesn't have to be real details. We'll register our fake account. And there we go, we've created our account. So now we want to hop over into edit profile. And now we're going to use Burpsuite to see if we can modify the privileges on this web page. Right now we have a basic user account, okay? We can't do anything, but let's see what Burpsuite can allow us to do. So we're going to open up Burpsuite. Now, if you're using a newer version of Kali, your Burpsuite's probably not going to look the same as this one. This machine's a bit older. I think this is a 19 machine. Yours, if you're on the 24 version of Kali, you're going to have a newer version of Burpsuite, okay? But the instructions are going to be pretty similar. The only difference is that in the newer version, you might have to switch the intercept on, which I'll show you in a sec. So I'm not going to worry about any of this. Sometime today when it's ready to go. Alrighty, now we're in our user interface for Burpsuite here. Looks like what I need is already turned on. So intercept is on, ready to go. Right, proxy, we can hop into our options here. We can see running, this is our local interface for this, and that's our port, okay? This is what we now need to put into our web browser, okay? Not going to go into the full details, why, and all the rules and all that. That's stuff that's sort of networking things. I won't talk about that today, but we will put this information into preferences. Go into your network proxy settings at the bottom of settings. And now here we are. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a manual proxy configuration. I've already done it. This is what you need to enter in. So 127.0.0.1 on port 8080, and then I just tick uses proxy server for all protocols, okay? That's all you need to do, pretty straightforward. Once we go okay, this is going to start, the intercept is going to start picking up information. So intercept is on. Okay, so that's activated now. Now we're going to put some input through. Anything come up yet? Now let's send this query through. Your profile has been updated. Okay. Alrighty, so when we click in, we're going to get this, your connection is not secure, and that's because your browser's web security has picked up that fact that it says the website there is configured improperly to protect your information from being stolen. Firefox is not connected to this website. So your browser here is doing its job, okay? It's detected something suspicious, and in this case, yes, it's being now intercepted by Burpsuite. The security is picking that up, okay? Because now these requests are being forwarded onto Burpsuite, okay, or sent over to Burpsuite. So it's warning us, right? It's protecting us from having our information stolen. But this is just an exercise. So we'll add exception, resend. Now I'm going to jump over into Burpsuite. And there we go. We've got a GET request success. We've got some text. So we see our browser that we're on, Firefox, Mozilla. All right, so we've picked up this information. Let's press forward. So press forward a few times. Now we're going to get our cookie session information here. And then if we look down here, we're going to get this information. So our name and our last name. Now we also have here is admin, okay? And up here it says is admin, false. So it's not, we don't have an admin account. So what we're going to do now, this is a very basic exploit on a very, very weak website. We're going to now alter the privilege of my account that we've got on here, okay? What we're going to do is we're going to alter this field, and this is a Boolean statement. So if you've done any programming, 1 + 1 = 2, that's a true or false statement. There's no if or maybe. Something's either true or false. So here we're not admin, but we're just going to alter it to true, right? Basically, we've altered that statement and we've forwarded that new input, and now it's successfully landed. And what you should get back is you should get back now this admin tab. So what we have done is we've just moved our user into admin privileges. Extremely basic, guys, very basic. You'll probably do this in one of your courses or schools. It's extremely basic. There's nothing fully technical here, but the cool thing about learning how to do this particular exploit is to understand how web traffic works, how things are intercepted, received, the importance of web security. What we have done there is we have just basically created an account and then we have basically escalated our privilege through account into admin. And now we have more control over what's on here. So we have admin, manage users. And there we go. We've got a database of users, people who have made accounts on here. So this is why you shouldn't be putting any real information in here, because this is actually all stuff that's been created and stored on here. So yeah, don't use any real information on this website. Very important. But what we see here is why web security is very important, because basically what can happen is on an insecure or weak website, all this information can now be exfiltrated and taken and used for other purposes. So cyber criminals could exfiltrate all this information. We've got a list of emails here that they could use for spam, for phishing, for other purposes, details that they could sell on the dark web, fraud and falsify documents and things like that. A lot of harm can come from not having a secure website. So we see from a very small and basic exercise why it's important. Now, again, this is a very weak exploit. There's not going to be many websites floating around that are going to be this easy to crack into, but this is a very good starting point, a very good entry point into seeing how Burpsuite works and how powerful and effective it is. We basically just took information and modified it and sent it back to the server and tricked the server into giving us admin privileges through that basic exploit. So hop on a machine and give it a shot for yourselves. As you can see, very basic, very easy to set up. Just make sure that, yeah, you're changing the proxy settings in your web browser. It's normal for the web browser to block your activity and what you're doing. That's a good thing, because that's what your security settings are there to do, but it will still listen, it will still pick up that information, so you can try and play around with this with yourself. And then you can go and review your captured information. Yeah, play around with it, have a little bit of fun, and let me know what you think in the comments. If you have any thoughts or any suggestions, I'd like to make more videos like this for the future. Because it actually helps me to learn as well. I'm still learning. I'm not a professional hacker or anything like that, but I thought it would be handy to make a little tutorial like this to help people who might be studying or getting into penetration testing. So thank you very much, and I'll see you on the next one.